it's Wolfy-Chan, and I'm back with another manga review. And this one, I'm kind of gonna do an update every two mangas of the Demon Prince of Momochi House. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm slowly trying to creep up and then find out that there's gonna be another one next year. So we're gonna have to wait until volume 11 to figure out or find out more stuff in this. Which, to tell you the truth, I still love this manga. This manga is one of my top faves. When I couldn't read like volume 9 and 10, I kind of got all around, all that good stuff. But I have read volume 10. In fact, because my Kindle was being a potato, I actually bought it. So I have a physical copy of it now. So what happened up until this point is that our main character, Himiri? Not really good with her name. But the ancestor of the Momochi house has come back and all that good stuff. But by the time she gets a feel for everybody, she basically wants to get our main character, or our second main character, out of the house. He wants him to basically stop being the null. And I believe in one of the volumes, she actually admits that she likes him, and he basically goes, I didn't hear that. Not really great for somebody who has feelings for you. So what happens in volume 9 is that she basically is just kind of trying to live life and make him happy even if he doesn't have a birthday, and she's still trying to go to school, which a lot of stuff happens there as well. And in one of the celebrations, she basically lights off these fireworks because there's actually a festival, but because Alice can't go out, she doesn't want to go out. So these fireworks are Ayakashi as well, and they turn into light dragons. Light dragons. It's amazing. So, by that point though, Ao decides, and when I mean decides, I mean Himori found out about her parents and found out about that her mother was a Momochi. She married her dad. Something happened and they died, and Ao's been protecting that secret. Been protecting the journal and everything about them so that whenever, if their daughter comes out, if their son comes out, they can read it and know that they love their kid, wanted to be with them, except for what happened in the accident. And from there, she does admit to Ao, I have seen it and read it and heard from one of your shikis about this. And so Ao then admits to his feelings that I actually do love you. But once again, he doesn't really kind of know what love is. So it's now trying to define something that he's never experienced or had. But it's really cute because they say it, and then we go into volume 10, where she wakes up and is like, that was a dream. He wouldn't have done anything. And then Ao pops in and she's like, that's good old how Ao used to be. And then he's like, oh wait, I shouldn't have done that now, should I? And then she's like, it wasn't a dream. So now the shiki are kind of debating, like, one day you're gonna do this for Ao, you're gonna be making all his meals, and I'm gonna be teaching you all of them, because one day you're gonna get married. And she's like, wait, like, we're not even on that topic. What the snap? And of course, as of this volume, she's now on summer break, so she doesn't need to go to school. Whee! Happy days. So she decides to go back on her search to look through Ayakashi House. Well, she does, and the first time she goes out and stuff like that, is with Ao. And they go around, and she's like, oh, this is so much fun, and stuff like that, and they're like, and Ao, after this, is like, why don't we tomorrow go, to the spiritual world? Like, I showed you that really pretty lake. Why don't I take you somewhere that there's all sunflowers and all this stuff and all of it? And she's like, that would be really cool, but I really want to find a way to get you out. I don't know if that's going to be a physical thing in the books, or if she after a while like gives up and they live happily ever after in this house. Um, but it's really kind of like, I get it that you're trying to keep them there, but it is a spiritual barrier. A null has to be there. It has to protect this house, has to protect the human world, and stuff like that. I don't think you're just going to be able to find it without doing something really outrageous. So, the next day she decides, you know what, there's a place that I know Al can't go, and I want to go into it myself, and it is a woman's wardrobe. Which, I'm like, I don't think a guy actually cares about walking to a wardrobe, but it's, you know, like, as long as you tell him that you're dressing, it doesn't matter. But so she walks in alone, finds all these beautiful rows and rows of kimonos, and finds an Ayakashi there that's kind of like the keeper of the kimonos. And she's like, I was just airing out my collection. She's like, is this all yours? Oh, I have so much more. But the null hasn't been adding a lot more rooms, so I can't add all my collection into another room. So this is just some of my favorites. And so she wants to learn more of that. It's like, wait, he should be making more rooms? Oh yes, it's a transforming house. I mean, this is basically where Ayakashi and the human world collide. This is where it all happens. So of course it needs to expand. There needs to be more rooms. There needs to be a lot of things to either seal it or, you know, just to make room for other Ayakashi that's really good. And so she's like, well, man, I'd love to learn more, but I don't think I will be. So she's like, I think I'm gonna go now. She's like, wait. And it's like a hand in a kimono, so it's like, wait. And, it's like, choose one of these boxes as a gift. And so there's a story or myth that says, you know, like, you go for the big one, you're too greedy, you die, so you pick the small one. Well, that was not what the demon wanted, and basically told her, I'm like, you didn't want my big gift? Well, then you can go inside it. Whoom. And this demon, who's a gate demon, which I swear I can remember him, but it's like a really big mix of which volume it was. It's up to 10 volumes, guys. Like, we're still, like, the main demon guy that's, like, messing with Null, too, is, like, still in it. So, come on, like, work with me. I can't remember that one. But the gate guy kind of comes through, saves her, and then puts the demon, who's like a demon hand of the kimono, into a gate or something like that. And he's like, yes, I'm that gatekeeper. And he's like, well, where's your gate? Shouldn't you be taking care of it if you're a gatekeeper? And so he pulls it out of his pocket, and it's like a little sitting stool. It's that small. And he's like, yes, and now that I did that, I can make doorways and everything everywhere. And he pops around, and he then goes, the beginning of your name that I was munching on is really upsetting my stomach. And she's like, I'm not giving you the rest of my name. And he's like, well, what about all of your name? And she's like, no. How about I'll give you some of these, stomach pills to make yourself feel better? And he's like, no, I want all of your name. I want you. I want to marry you. And she's like, what? And of course, that's where the chapter ends. And then next comes up Ow. And Ow's like, what's going on here? And she's like, it's not what you think. He's an ass. Yada, yada. I will get him away. And so he's like, no, I want the power and I want her. And now, after revealing the feelings, is like, no. Nope. I confess my feelings. I love her. No. And so they then go on a game, which is a color demon eats Himuri, and so because it likes color, you have to give the best color to it. So Ao and the gate demon go and find the best color, and Ao then reveals this long story about a prince who looked so well that women really wanted him, but he turned all of them down. And so they despised him. He then turned into a demon, which then he got cleansed and turned into an Ayakashi, and it's this one. So he throws him at the bubble. The bubble takes him and is like, yes, you're that beautiful man, or whatever it is. our colorful man. I think it was something like that. And so he's like, he gets angry at that, and it's like, you found out, but bam, out of the bubble, I'm gonna have her no matter what. And then he kind of like smacks him as his null form. Is like, I won, and I have one challenge. I have a thing for you. And he's like, well, I did lose. What is it? Be my Shikigami, and makes a little blood sphere. And then he's like, well, I really can't refuse because you won. Fine. And then just like a really creepy thing of after that, he grabs his own tongue over his uvula because he puts his like hand like kind of mostly in the mouth and is like, now I can rip out your tongue and now I can torture you and force you to do things that you don't want. So I will put shackles on you, and does it around his neck. And after that, he's kind of like, huh. Well, that's okay. At least I'm still around you, kisses Mary. And then he goes, and up you go. And then by that time, the Null changed back into Owl, but still has kind of his robe of the Null. And then basically, makes him run around, like, pushes him in different places. And then makes a very strange quote of, yeah, she's like, well, I'd never marry him, but, you know, like, there would never be anybody like that. Not thinking of it. And he's like, it doesn't matter who you love. If it's one of those things like, if it's not me, I will kill everybody who you fall in love with. And it's really like, if you fall in love with them, I will kill them. And she's like, this is not my Owl. Which then this dark comes into being, and it's like impossible or inconceivable or something. Can't remember the full world, but then a imposter Null comes into the existence through the gate. So that's the end of the manga. No, I want volume 11 now. What happens, and why is all of a sudden he's being so jealous and so like rawr. Like, why? But that's another volume for another time. So far I am up to date, and I still love this one. I'm happy that he revealed his feelings, but I'm not happy that he's being so possessive, because once again, Owl's never fallen in love, and doesn't know the concept of love or being loved, or, as I hit the mic, woo, or how to be in a relationship with somebody else. Neither has Mori, but meh. Yeah. But it is very, very interesting, and I can't wait to see volume 11. So, if you like this update video, definitely leave a like, leave it in the comment section below. Have you read volume 10? No spoilers, and definitely just a couple sentences. I love reading them. But tell me what you think of it so far. I still have, I believe my more favorite character is the Null. And even though Owl's a really good character, something now is kind of clicked in him. So we'll see what happens in the future. And if you want to follow me on Twitter or Facebook for quicker updates or know when I upload, or if I do Twitch, which I do every once in a while, I have the links down below. And I hope that you've been having a very wonderful, wonderful day. It's really cold here. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.